The snow melts at last. The ice drips away, and the released and swollen rivers rush between the rocks in a torrent of foaming water. Toran has survived his first winter. Now, as the tender spring grass begins to sprout, it's time for him to be weaned. The close bond between foal and dam has to be broken. The mare is on the further side of the river, peacefully cropping the turf. She seems unaware that they're separated. The river is faster and deeper than Toran expected. It's his first encounter with a winter flood. His mother ignores him. A bitter lesson. And the last of all that she had to teach him. Toran must now learn to be independent and take his place with the other colts on the edge of the herd. And that's how he lives for the next 12 months, associated with the group, but not an accepted member of it. There's only one place for a stallion in a herd, and that's at the head. It's a privilege that has to be won. Toran is now 2 years old, still small, but strong and full of courage and curiosity. His attempts to cover the mares in the herd are a proof of his developing maturity, but so far, even the youngest refuses to accept him. Different herds of ponies often cross paths in the course of their wanderings. If one of them lacks a strong leader, then an unattached stallion has a chance to take over. Toran circles the mares in his herd, trying to keep them out of range of this new threat to his ambitions. The stranger is much larger than Toran, perhaps an already experienced leader who's lost his own herd and is looking for first place in this one. His approach is unhurried, self-assured. Toran attempts to keep the mares together, but he's doomed to failure. The newcomer treats him with contempt, doesn't even deign to offer him a fight. takeover of the herd is complete. The mares and foals, the colts and yearlings will obey their new master. But he will remember who challenged him. Toran will have to keep his place on the outside of the herd. No threat from him will be tolerated. Rustlers. They come by night through deserted lanes to steal wild ponies from the moor. Next day, they will take them on to slaughter. They work silently and quickly. Toran is bewildered by these strangers in the darkness. They catch him easily and push him in with 3 others already shivering in the lorry. They don't have to travel far. An old farm on the edge of the moor, a disused place, ideal to house 4 doomed ponies for one night. Gradually, dawn breaks over the moor. The darkness turns to silver, and from silver to gold. The upper half of the door is now hanging open, but the lower half is still secure. Toran redoubles his efforts, pawing and pushing at the door, until the screws begin to work loose. They pick their way through the maze of crazy fencing and out, gloriously free, onto the open moor. Every year, the herd increases with the birth of foals. But even in summer, Dartmoor is not as kind as it looks. Every year, it claims victims. One of the mares strayed and died, trapped in a bog perhaps, weakened by a difficult birth. Her destitute foal attaches himself to Toran. The two outcasts spend their days together, while the foal, missing his mother's milk, grows slowly weaker. Luckily, a local farmer, out riding, notices the strange partnership. The young stallion and a new foal. Toran mistrusts the good intentions. His experience of man has not been happy, and he gallops off alone. The farmer shepherds the youngster back to the farm. He will look after him until he's weaned, and then he'll turn him loose again on the moor. Meanwhile, the herd has moved on without Toran. In his confusion, he's galloped too far in the wrong direction. Ponies are naturally gregarious, and for him, it's an unhappy situation. He's lost his place in his own group. For the next few months, he will lead a very lonely existence. Summer passes and the autumn rains and heavy dews soften the spongy moor. Patches of ground become treacherous. A sky-reflecting puddle can conceal a quagmire. Last night, he was in fairly familiar country, but he wandered far in the mist. Now he is dangerously unaware of the bogs around him. Suddenly, the ground seems to collapse under him. The going becomes almost impossible. At each step, he sinks over his knees. He pauses, and that can be a fatal mistake. He manages to wrench himself free of the sucking weed. Without knowing which way to turn, he panics a little. There is no point in running. Gradually, the panic subsides and instinct takes over. As he begins to use his nose, he discovers that the bog, the deep water, has a peculiar scent of its own. He can smell the firmer land. He picks his way slowly, sniffing out the path to safety. It's mostly sickly animals that succumb. They tire quickly and sink. The months come and go. Toran is still alone, still an outcast. But he's acquiring a store of wisdom from experience. It had to happen, of course. Despite the vast miles of Dartmoor, he comes upon a familiar group, the herd he was born into, his herd. He gallops towards them. Their leader, the red stallion, moves forward to intercept him. He wheels, turning on this upstart who's come back from the wilderness to challenge his supremacy. The leading stallion is half again as big as he is, and in peak condition. The herd is agitated, anticipating the contest. The fight has curiously quiet spaces between the flurries of teeth and hooves. Whoever loses must leave this herd for good. Each knows how much is at stake. The stallions pause again, taking stock for the last time, getting their wind for the deciding phase of the struggle. The mares know what is coming and shepherd their foals to a safe distance. The battle is losing fire. It is becoming simply a test of endurance. It ends at last with a chase. Toran drives off the red stallion, gallops him out of the herd. He has lost his authority. The moor stretches before him, mile upon empty mile. Toran has won the herd. The responsibility for them is now his. His foals will be born next spring. He will protect the weak and repel any challenge to his leadership. He has won his birthright, and with it, the lordly freedom of the moor.